Hi everyone, welcome. Well, we're closing in on the end of week 12, which means your fourth quiz will be open this Thursday from 8 a.m. until 11:55 p.m. There'll be 25 multiple choice questions. You'll have 30 minutes. The questions will focus on the life and times of Robert Frost, his poetry, and the other poems from week 11 and 12, especially the vocabulary words from week 10. So be sure to look over weeks 10, 11, and 12, all those reading assignments. The only thing that's unique about these poetry quizzes is occasionally the question will ask, this line of poetry comes from which poem? It's easy to study for, just read the poetry. As you know, you're going to want to read the poem several times, both silently and out loud. Look up words you don't know. Be ready to work with the poetry, take notes as you read each poem, and I'm sure you'll do well in the quiz. All right, let's talk about your research paper. You've submitted your outline, you've turned in your rough draft and your outline, and what you've noticed is that the topics I've given you are pretty broad. So you've already started working on narrowing in, and I've had a chance to look at most of your outlines. I haven't finished grading them yet, but they're still pretty broad. So as you work toward that final draft, you want to keep narrowing the focus. For example, if you're doing COVID's effect on public school, obviously it's had a negative effect. So don't just say it had a negative effect. Focus on one particular aspect. The negative effects of mental health issues on junior high students in the state of Texas, or the digital divide in elementary school students, or the mental health issues of parents or of teachers and how COVID affected that. The other thing that you really want to look at is on this research paper is source evaluation. You want to pick, all of your sources need to meet all 4 criteria, but you only have to have 5 sources. Now you can have 6 or 7 if you wanted to, maybe 8, but I really wouldn't have more than that for a paper this short. You only need to cite each source one time, but you do need to cite it, and be sure, this happens sometimes, but be sure that the quote you pull from your source actually supports the point you're trying to make. Think of it like this. You're going to make a point in your paper, like COVID-19 had a negative effect on attendance after schools went back to normal. And then you find a quote from an author, an authority, an acknowledged expert in the field of attendance, and you quote something he or she said, and then you explain how that quote supports the point you're trying to make, your topic sentence or your thesis. I like short, simple sentences more than long sentences. They tend to get the point across better, so kind of keep that in mind. Shorter sentences provide impact, longer sentences provide information. But anyway, and we'll be posting some more up. Those are due here in a couple of weeks. You're going to have 2 discussion questions this week. There are no discussion questions for Thanksgiving. And then I think we wrap up with 2 more the week after Thanksgiving. And there may be 1 more for week 15. But we're getting close to the end of the semester, so be looking for more and more end of semester EOS type information. And of course, if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. Just send me an email, a new email. Don't reply to the ones I send out. And be sure to include your class and section number in the subject line. Have yourself a good week, and I'll be talking to you later.